I think storytelling is one of the most fundamental things that we do as people. You've seen it from cave paintings all the way through the Hollywood movie-making machine. You can tell someone what to do, or you can tell them a story. And the story will always have a much richer understanding, that you're more likely to get the result that you want from that. If you really think about it, when we are feeling comfortable, when we have that close connection with someone, when we get a chance to pause our day-to-day function in the world, every single one of you has very comfortably told stories. They've been funny sometimes, they've been sad sometimes, they've made you think sometimes, they've made you feel a lot of times. And I doubt there's a single person in this room who hasn't told quite a fulfilling story at one point or another without even realizing it. Because you are all human beings, and I think storytelling is one of the most fundamental things that we do as people. You've seen it from cave paintings all the way through the Hollywood movie-making machine. And this is the reason why I really hope you'll get a lot of the next 3 days here, because I think storytelling, hypnotic storytelling in particular, is fundamentally at the heart of that human interaction. It's how we store knowledge. It's how we ensure it doesn't vanish long after we've gone. In fact, you go back in history, we're in kind of Nordic Viking land area going towards Denmark and up as further from here. And for the longest time, of course, the only thing that's ensured your immortality was how long will your story be told. So to live a life worth telling. Of course, our attitudes have changed now, but really the idea is still there. People talk about leaving a legacy behind, about doing things for future generations. What they're really talking about is what stories will be told when I'm gone? Who will remember me? And that memory is really tied into the whole idea of storytelling. And it's also, it's probably the most efficient way of providing information to someone. There's actually been studies on this, that a 5-minute story is not only more memorable, but the content of the story, the information, is more compact than just the pure data facts. And people actually can use it more. You can tell someone what to do, or you can tell them a story. And the story will always have a much richer understanding, that you're more likely to get the result that you want from that. And that's really one of the things that we want to focus on here, which is how do you tell those stories already, which is something you do naturally. But if you think that you're not particularly creative, even if you think you're not particularly good at telling stories, to realize that if you are a human being, and I could be mistaken about that part, it's true, but if you are fooling me that way, well done. But if you're a human being, then you fundamentally tell stories. It's just, you may not recognize the stories that you tell as stories, because they don't begin with the phrase, once upon a time.